to our Community Partners Spotlight Series. My name is Jessica Mahiran, and I am an outreach coordinator for North Idaho Pride Alliance. This series is to highlight our community partners who share in the vision of unity, inclusion, and empowering others. Today, we are very excited to be talking with Jennifer Cork from Panhandle Autism Society, who can share with us the good work they are doing and how you can get involved. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jessica.
Can you tell us about Panhandle Autism Society and about the services and programs you offer to the greater community?
Absolutely. Panhandle Autism Society has been around for over 20 years, and we are a local affiliate of the Autism Society of America. So we offer things like community education. We have social groups for teens, tweens, adults, and for parents of individuals on the autism spectrum. We also take a lot of phone calls and emails to help people connect to services that are available. We've done advocacy work. We were able to go to Washington, D.C. last summer and talk to our legislatures for the state of Idaho. Every year we have a walk for autism awareness, and this year we're changing it to a walk for autism acceptance. So we've had to reschedule it, but we're hoping to do that in September this year. And then the last several years, we've been able to bring internationally known speakers to the Coeur d'Alene area to do further education about autism.
Great. What is your role at Panhandle Autism Society, and what are some examples of the specific work and projects you do there?
So I am currently the president of the board. I've been a board member for 6 years and the board president for 2. My primary role, of course, is to make the organization run currently, but I also do a lot of the community education.
What other partners in our greater community do you frequently collaborate with?
We often partner with IPOL, that stands for Idaho Parents Unlimited, also Specialized Needs Recreation, which is another group for people with disabilities in our community, with Heritage Health, and also local businesses like Pino's Palette, Donut House, Melts, and all of the wonderful disability agencies and pediatric occupational therapy, speech therapy, and physical therapy offices in the area.
How has COVID-19 affected your organization and the audience it serves? What are some of the types of things your organization has had to do to adapt to changing circumstances?
Well, that's been tough, I think, like it was for a lot of us. April is Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month, and so we had planned a whole month long of free trainings for the community, along with several fundraisers, and of course we had to cancel every single one of them. We had to cancel all of our in-person groups and have switched to like Google Hangout groups and doing that online. We've had some mixed success. I think currently the adults are the only ones that are still meeting on a regular basis. But you know, our office is still open. We're still taking phone calls and answering questions online, and just trying to plan activities. Like I said, we're working on our walk for September, and we also have a fundraiser that we are currently doing to provide some relief. This is an online fundraiser, so it's just to raise money to then donate to families in the area or people with autism. You know, one of the symptoms of autism is that reliance on routines, and so this has been really hard for the population that we serve because everybody's routines are just totally gone, and so that's caused a lot of anxiety. A lot of services that people generally engage in have not been available or has switched to telehealth, which is more difficult to receive. If you can imagine doing something like physical therapy online, you know, so it's just been a really hard time for the individuals that we serve. And so we typically, with proceeds from our autism walk, We have given micro grants. Last year we gave $15,000 back to the community, to individuals on the spectrum. We gave, I think, 56 grants up to $500 to cover things like sensory equipment or things that are needed but not necessarily covered by insurance, special clothing, swings, trampolines, those kinds of things that help bring calm and meet sensory needs. And so this year we were hoping to raise funds to do that before the walk, because I know a lot of people, this is a time when they really need those items. So we've raised about $800 and we're shooting for 10,000, so we've got a long ways to go.
Wow, that's amazing. How does your organization work to promote diversity and inclusion in our greater community? And what resources does your organization offer that LGBTQ people and their families?
So our organization really is all about valuing neurodiversity. That's really the focus. And like I said, we've done an autism awareness walk, and our board decided this year awareness wasn't enough. We needed awareness and acceptance. So we've really been moving a lot of our events to focus on that. Our fall speaker this year and the last 2 years have been individuals with autism that are self-advocates. So a couple of years ago, we had Dr. Temple Grandin, who's a pretty famous person with autism. And this year we have Dr. Kerry Magro coming. He just finished his doctorate in special education, and he does a lot of consulting work for like HBO and other networks to make sure that they are accurately representing people with autism when they have autistic characters. And so, you know, that's our goal, is promoting neurodiversity. But all of our events, whether it's community trainings or groups, those are open to the community. We've had many individuals with autism that also identify as LGBTQ, and actually just statistically that there's higher rates of individuals who are both on the autism spectrum and LGBTQ than the general population. So many in our teen groups and adult groups, you know, identify as both on the autism spectrum and LGBTQ. So those are of course open to anyone on the autism spectrum.
And just as a side note, I know that Jennifer, you went to the Human Rights Education Institute, and you actually provided a training, Panhandle, like autism awareness training, that was really helpful, and members of North Idaho Pride Alliance attended that. So thank you. I think that both groups definitely are champions of inclusion for sure, and can definitely relate. So North Idaho Pride Alliance encourages community members to get involved and support allied organizations and businesses. Tell us about ways people can interact with your organization, and if you have any calls to action, such as volunteer opportunities or upcoming projects to support.
Love to see anyone at our autism acceptance walk. It's scheduled for September 13th. We have a lot of planning to do. We usually do it at a park. This year we had planned it to do it at Lake City High School, where it's all fenced in, and we were going to use the track. So we usually have a lot of you know, tables and mingling. This year we're working to get a permit to have a parade on Sherman Avenue. So it's going to be a totally different undertaking. So we need volunteers to get those permits, get the planning done. Our groups, we're hoping to look at opening those back up in person starting in June. The board's going to revisit that at our next board meeting. So we often need co-facilitators or people who can be available to sit in and help with those. And just be looking at any trainings that are coming up. We would love to see people at those events. We do an Autism 101 training twice a year, usually at the Croc Center. We also have been training community members as well as law enforcement on how to promote safe interactions between the disability community and law enforcement. So we usually try at least once a year to do one for community members on on what they can do to ensure that that happens. So just if you're interested in volunteering, we always need help, so give us a call.
Great. Well, we thank you so much, Jennifer, for joining us today and sharing all about Panhandle Autism Society. Together, we can show our resiliency and how we react and create new ways of educating, networking, and advocating for LGBTQ people, allies, and community partners. Stay tuned for more community partner spotlights posted on our website at nipridealliance.com, YouTube, and Facebook pages. Until then, stay home, stay healthy, stay proud.